If I had my way, everything would be so nice. This world would be like Paris. No, it would be a paradise. No one would ever have to say, I'm gonna get my wish someday. All one would have to do is say, this is my order, if you may.
Welcome to another episode of The School Without Walls. I'm Anthony O. Hobbs, host and founder of this educational program. This month is National Black History Month, and we will talk a little bit about Black history, and then I will introduce my guests. Let us keep in mind that Dr. Carter G. Woodson is the founder of the Black History Month. It started off as a week, and now we have moved up to a month. This was done in the 30s. Dr. Carter G. Woodson was a PhD from Howard University back in that time. That was very unusual. He saw a need that African Americans should know their history like all other ethnic groups in the universe. So he started that, and it's up for us to perpetuate that to the point by which someday we will have history year-round. My guest today is a businesswoman. Her name is Arinitra Chandler, owner of Rine and Chandler Productions. She's a writer, producer, director, and also an actress. All right, Mrs. Chandler, tell us a little bit about your background. Were you born here in Pine Bluff, for example?
Yes, sir. I'm from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. I'm a mother of two. I have a husband, Devlon Chandler. We've been married for over 10 years. With my business, Ring and Chandler Productions, I use it to help, young people and older people that want to tap into, acting, writing, just anything, in that field. And we have a lot of local talent here.
Oh, yes.
I mean, all over Arkansas. We have people from Benton, Bryant, Little Rock, Conway, just, a lot of different places in Arkansas, just to showcase their talent. And what we do is we'll take it to the local theaters and we'll show it.
I see.
So I usually do all the writing, but I have been looking for local writers. I always come across a lot of great actors. We have a lot in Arkansas. So.
Now you say you produce these, you do the filming, you produce a show of people. Just give an example of some of the work you've done.
The first, we started in 2009. The first thing that I did was a play called Family of Drama. And at first I was just, kind of just tapping around with something. And we started practicing with it. It was a group of church members, friends, family. And we just kind of played around with it at first. And then it started getting serious. So one of my favorite, she's in everything that I write, Inyang, West, she said, well, we need to take this a little further.
She's with us today, is that right?
Yeah, she's with us today.
We'll see her later
we need to take this a little further. So I'm like, serious? So we did the play, and we had, I think, 210 chairs, and people were standing. I'm like, okay, this is serious. So after we done the play, we did a story that I wrote. The first story I wrote was called Love Second Time Around. So we made it out of a short film. A guy from Little Rock that works with Lee Media Films, his name is Brian Lee. He's the owner of Lee Media Films. He did the filming and the editing, and then we did Deal With It. That's another film that we showed in the theater here in Pine Bluff. And then we showed it in the theater Riverdale 10 in Little Rock. From there on, we went to, we worked with a guy named D. Wood, Wood Entertainment. We did a movie called Too Hot to Handle. That's a short film. Then we worked with Studio 707 with Tanisa Casa. We did Storybook. So now we just wrapped up a film called Chipped and Oaks Pass, and we're doing that with Dark Image Films. And that guy is from Searcy. His name is Donnie Patterson. So I like to reach out to everyone, I'm not a camera person. that's the only thing that I don't do.
You do the writing,
I do the writing, producing. I get all the actors. I do all the props. I have done hair. I'm a cosmetologist anyway. I have done hair, but not all the time.
I see. If someone wanted to reach you, do you have a phone number or an address or something you might give them over there?
Yes, I can be reached at 870-872-0616.
Okay, let's say that again a little bit slower, like somebody's writing it down.
Okay, 870-872-0616.
872-0616. And one would call you if they wanted your services in what capacity?
Writing, camera work, acting, makeup.
Now, when you say camera work, now you say you don't handle the camera, but...
Well, I have some, that's how I end up working with so many different, people cinematographers. That's how I end up working with so many because, I like to, everybody is trying to get out there just as well as I am in Arkansas, and it's really hard in Arkansas. It really is. So with that being said, I give everybody a chance, and I have a lot of stories written. I have over 30 stories written, so it's a lot.
Did you create most of the stories yourself? Those
yes.
30, yeah.
Yes.
Well, look, we're going to have to break in a few minutes, so when we come back with the second segment, you can tell us more about your ambitions and et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Hi, my name is Danny Andre Burrell II, a senior here majoring in industrial technology, management, and applied engineering. I thought that I would be looking for a job at this point, but thanks to my mentor, Dr. Charles Colin at Career Services, I was able to obtain a position as an industrial engineer upon graduation.
Danny worked hard in class from the beginning, obtaining 3 internships while on campus. UAPB can help prepare students like Danny for those same opportunities.
UAPB prepared me.
Millions of people are affected by disaster in America. And we're right there, providing food. With more than 200 food banks, reaching communities all across America. Donate now for immediate relief and long-term recovery. Every dollar helps provide food for disaster victims. Help now at feedingamerica.org.
Those of you who have just joined us, I'm Anthony Hobbs, host of this television program called The School Without Walls. This is our Black History Month, and I'm accenting Black achievements. So we have right in the studio here an achiever. Her name is Arinitra Chandler. She is the owner of Rine's and Chandler's Productions. She's a writer, producer, director, and actress. Now, this is our final segment, so tell us what your ambitions are. You've told us about your achievements. For example, do you have any ambition of going nationally or internationally and anything of that nature?
Yes, I do. I'm starting off with film festivals. So I also want to do theaters. I want to try to do places in like California. I just want to get it all, out there wherever I can get it. To get the local talent out there. To get my actors seen and get, my cinematographer work seen in different locations.
I see. Now, is much upfront money required to do what you've done thus far?
Yes and no. Right now, we've been very, very blessed. We've had a lot of locations, a lot of support with different locations. Had a lot of support of actors. Well, right now, when you start with the film festivals, that's when you start tapping into the money.
I see. Now, let me ask you this. What is your educational background in those areas? For example, you are a producer. Do you have any training other than just your own ideas? Any schools?
I went to Excel Models and Talent in Little Rock, Arkansas. That was an acting class. I went to an acting class. I did commercial acting, pro acting, advanced acting. Then I went to New York with IMTA. So when I got back, I started writing and from then on, it's just been hands-on.
Been flowing
experience.
pretty well?
Yes.
You're fairly pleased with the progress you made thus far?
Yes, I am.
that's
We're
wonderful.
climbing. Every time we do a different project, it's getting better and better.
Now, what are your, again, we're nearing the end of this final segment for you. So what are some events that we might be look forward to that you want to tell us about?
We will show the movie Chipped in Oaks Pass. We're looking at to having it in the theater by late March,
Now,
early April.
Theater? Which theaters?
The Cinema 8 at Pines Mall, and Riverdale 10 in Little Rock, Arkansas, and also in Searcy.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. About how long will that be?
We're probably gonna shoot for early April.
Mm-hmm. And what would be the duration of the movie once?
Oh, you mean how long will the film
be?
be?
Good. That's good.
The film will probably be about an hour and 20 minutes.
And what will likely be the admission?
The admission will usually be $5.
$5.
Mm-hmm.
And give us the backdrop of the essence, the moral, I guess. What is the moral of the story? What it's all about?
One story, Oaks Pass, is about a young man that's dealing with a childhood. He's dealing with emotions from his childhood. Mm-hmm. So now that he's a grown man, he's in an institution and he's hiding some things that happened in his past, and he has to go, and speak with a doctor to get those feelings that he's fighting. He's fighting so hard, and he's had bought in for a long time. Mm-hmm. Chipped is about a young man that's
another film.
It's two short films, and we're gonna combine them in this.
Okay. At one time. Okay.
And Chipped is about a young man that was injured in an accident and had surgery, and now he's dealing with a procedure that was done on him that he didn't ask for.
Is that right?
Yes.
Now, is this based on any? You wrote this, I guess.
I wrote it. It was just my imagination.
Just your imagination.
Yeah.
Nothing based on any realistic situation.
No.
I see. Well, I want to give you my card and phone number, and I'd like for you to call me once these will be shown here.
Will do.
A few weeks prior to that, and maybe we can get some students and so forth to support it.
All right.
Because how many actors will be involved?
And this one maybe 20.
20 actors and actresses.
So far, Rine Chandler Productions have over 180 that's come through. Mm-hmm. And I really would like to have some students from over here at the university if I can.
I see.
Get some.
Are you acquainted with the drummer instructor here at the university?
No, I'm not, but I would like to be.
It'd be good to get acquainted with her because she's a professional actor herself.
That's what I was told.
And so that would be a great thing to do.
Right.
You all can network in some way.
That's right.
Okay. Now, time is steady running, so we have 2 more minutes.
Okay.
Now, will you be one of the actresses in these programs?
Not in this one, but ones in the past. And you can also email me if anyone would like to purchase any of the any of the films that I have on DVD. I have a total of 6 on DVD of the ones that we have done in the past.
What do they cost?
They're just $5.
$5. Now, by the way, this is recorded, and we have DVDs that you can purchase for $5 too.
Okay.
Of course, it's not just this episode. It will have a series of episodes because perhaps an hour's worth of taping.
Right.
And you would simply go, we'll talk about that later, the public needs to know. You can call the business office and you can purchase this by credit card, you can do it by phone and so forth and so on. Now, we're about to close out this segment. Will Miss West be one of the actresses in?
Yes, she's in everything.
And we are coming up the next section, and this is, you pronounce it for me.
Inyang West.
Inyang West, an actress, will come up in just a few minutes. Okay, we have about 30 seconds. You can say whatever you like to say to the public. You want to give me your phone number again?
Yeah, I would like to thank you as well. And my number is 870-872-0616. And my email address is arinitra@hotmail.com.
All right, thank you.
Hello, my name is Latrice Smith. I'm a graduating senior here at the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff, majoring in computer science. At this point, I thought that I would be struggling to find a job, but thanks to my mentor, Dr. Jesse Walker, and Career Services, I was able to obtain a position as a service management specialist.
Latrice worked hard obtaining 3 internships while on campus. UAPB can help prepare students like Latrice for those same opportunities.
UAPB prepared me.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty. Time to call 911 and get them to a hospital immediately. Learn the body language and spot a stroke fast.
Those who've just joined us, I'm Anthony O'Hobbs, host of this program. I have with me Miss West. Miss West, would you pronounce your first name so I won't mess it up?
My first name is pronounced Inyang.
Inyang.
Yes, sir, but they call me Ini for short.
Ini, okay.
Yes. My last name is Inyang West.
Inyang West.
Yes,
She's
sir.
an actress with the Chandler Productions, right?
That's correct.
So what we're glad to have you with us here.
Well, thank you very much.
And during the break, you were telling me that you were born in Texas. You're from Texas, right?
Houston, Texas. Yes, sir.
Texas.
Yes, sir.
Now, quite a bit of Spanish is spoken in Texas. Do you speak any Spanish?
I'm not fluent, but I know enough to get by.
Well, that's good. That's good. That's good. I'm a professor of Spanish here.
Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
And, I encourage our people to really learn it. You know the importance, don't you?
Yes, sir, I do.
Really
yes, I am aware. Yeah, yes.
Got to be very competitive. Okay, tell me a little bit about this name, and this is a little unusual. Your background, your parents.
My name is Inyang. It means in God's time. My dad is from Calabar, Nigeria, so I have an Igbo name.
Okay.
Inyang means river, and West is my husband's last name.
Okay.
And my mom, she was born in Tampa, Florida, but my grandpa, her father, is from Kingston, Jamaica. And so I like to be considered a Jamafrican American.
That's all right. That's very unique. You told me you traveled to Africa, but you've never been to Jamaica, huh?
That's correct.
Okay, you went to any country other than Nigeria?
I've been to London.
No, Africa, I mean.
Oh, okay. No, not
That's
just
only
Nigeria.
Africa,
Yeah.
Nigeria, I
Yes,
see.
sir.
Okay, but you've traveled abroad. You've traveled to London, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I've never been to London, but I've been to I've traveled about 12 different nations in Africa.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, and but never been to London. Now, once you went to London, how long were you there?
I wasn't there that long. Maybe roughly a week, a couple of days or something. I was in Africa for a couple of months with my father.
How did you like Nigeria, the part that you saw?
It's different. It's a
different.
lifestyle is totally different from what we're accustomed here. It was wonderful experiences, some that I would never forget. But their way of life is just totally different from how ours are.
What city did you visit?
I think it's called Igbo State. Because I know it's somewhere like Cross River. They really are specific. They can tell exactly where you're from, who you're from, just by your name.
I see.
And but that's the area that I can recall going to as city-wise.
I co-hosted one of the governors of one of the states of Nigeria. I've forgotten right offhand. Hadn't thought about it in a while. He came to USA and visited the university and some other places here. And it was quite interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. I have a sister who also married a Nigerian, so I feel kind of related to the Nigerians to some degree. Okay, now you're an actress and you're working with this production company. You want to tell us a little bit about your background in acting. Did you go to some school? Or how long have you been acting?
Well, I grew up in Houston, Texas, and so the school system that we had was magnet. It exposed us to, I took public speaking, we took theater, production, stage, and just from the high school, I went to Elsick High School, and with a different things that they offer there, it just allowed me to find out that acting is something that fits me. It's a school that allows you to find out if you're an artist or whatever the case is, exposes you to a lot. And so by me have been exposed at an early age, I've been, doing plays and stuff since I was little. My mom allowed me to, be animated, as I would say. And so I just took it from there. So just doing it as I became an adult and moving from Houston here to Pine Bluff and happened to run into a wonderful lady, Miss Arinitra, and to see that, hey, you have something going for you. I pushed her, let's do it, because I have done it before, and I was like, well, you're no different from anybody else, and you're awesome, so let's do it. And Rine Chandler Production has just been excelling since. It's just amazing.
Excellent, excellent. You are quite articulate. I can see the talent. I can see all this energy in you. I'm sure you're a great actress. How long have you been in Pine Bluff?
This year will make 4 years.
4 years.
Yes.
You're married, I understand.
I am.
Yeah, and you want to tell us?
And it's our anniversary. Happy anniversary, honey.
How long have you been married?
1 year.
1 year. Is he in Arkansas?
No, he's a Houstonian. I brought him from here.
Him from Houston
yes,
down here.
Sir.
I see.
Yes, sir.
Is he involved in the production?
He is now, yes. It allows him to find out a side that he never knew. And that's what I like about acting for people young teenagers and things that are here in the community, to find other ways to vent, avenue. Theater is awesome because it allows you to tap into different emotions and characters that, at that time need to be expressed. It's not something that you just continuously do, but it gives you that opportunity to express and show these type of emotions, these type of feelings that we deal with.
I see. We have about 2 minutes. I'd like to mention that I have a deep interest in what you're doing because I've produced stage plays myself in my career. I've written, I'm an author of a couple of books and poems and things of that nature. So briefly, I'd like to say this to you and the public. I wrote a 3-act play some years ago and entered it in with the professionals. Won first place out of 16 plays.
Great.
So let's see, The Power of Disobedience was the name of this.
Whoa.
The Power of Disobedience. If I can ever recreate that, I might have you to produce this in a film because it was very awesome.
Yes.
And time is running out, and I won't have time to go into details with this, but you have the last remarks. Do you have any children, by the way?
I do.
Do you want to say hello to them?
I want to say hi to Savion. He's 13. Chantel, she's 20. And Sadia, she's 3. My grandbaby.
She's 3. That's your grandbaby.
Yes.
Are they all here?
No, 2. My daughter and grandbaby in Houston, and my son is here with me.
Now, by the way, this is shown worldwide online. We're online. So you can go online to your older children, your relatives, and tell them how to get this particular program.
Okay,
and
awesome.
I think you're going to leave your, you have an email, right?
I do. I can be reached at
Wait, put it right there.
Okay.
After the show is over, we're about to close down.
Okay.
And Mr. Kelly will send you a copy of this online.
Awesome,
Okay,
awesome.
thanks again.
Well, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.
God bless you.
Too.